What's up? Welcome back to another video, you lovely souls. You gotta watch out, my friends, for these spiritual traps that can be sabotaging your spiritual growth. I got a video for you today. I want to give you some signs of some traps to beware of so that you don't fall into these traps that will sabotage your spiritual growth, prolong it. You will feel very confused here, very stuck, and a lot of things just don't ever make sense. I was here before. So I want to drop this video for you today because it's real. Because spirituality is new to all of us. Most of us, we never even knew what spirituality really was. I knew I didn't. It's to speak for myself. I did not even know what spirituality was. The only thing I knew that maybe spirituality maybe came from church. I did not know what it was or anything about it. And nor was I able to even access as much information as I would have liked when I first had an awakening, because it wasn't just pushed out to the front as you can find it now. More and more people are there. So there are some traps you can fall into and on your path. And I feel like a lot of the traps that I want to mention is because it's new to us, and they lead us to go back in and do some more shadow work and put some more work in on ourselves. Unless we're not even aware of the traps at all, then we're stuck in them. So I got some signs of some spiritual traps that you want to be aware of today. So before I jump into this video, I want to say, always believe and know that great things are headed your way. All you got to do is believe it, because belief is the most powerful force on this planet, okay? And I don't want any of you to stay stuck longer than you're supposed to in a place that is a trap, and you may not be aware of it. So I just want to give some guidance today, you guys. So number one, spiritual bypassing. I did this one in the beginning. And these are some sneaky little traps too, I did the spiritual bypassing in the beginning to avoid certain emotions that I didn't want to feel. I would literally just start speaking positivity. I would literally start to become, obsessed in a way with just positivity every time I would feel things, because I was scared to feel the emotion that I was feeling. I would hurry up and say some positive things, thinking that emotion would disappear. It helped for a second, for that moment, but it prolonged my growth because I wasn't able to understand that emotion, because I kept I'm getting a vision of sweeping it under the rug. I was just sweeping it underneath the rug, and I wasn't feeling that feeling to even understand it. By the way, the subconscious mind won't actually take in any positive things that you say to yourself if you have a deep rooted belief inside of there. So basically, let me break that down and make it simplified. So if you have a deep rooted feeling of feeling not enough, which many of us have felt or feel or go through in our lives, because that's one of the main core beliefs. So say you feel like you're not enough, and you just start saying, I am enough, but you are not aware of the emotion of not feeling enough. Like when it comes up, you're not aware of what it is. Maybe you haven't done any shadow work over that. So you saying that you are enough is not helping that emotion go away, because maybe it's a deeper rooted, it's not helping that belief go away, because it's a deeper rooted belief. In order to get rid of that deep rooted belief and rip it out, you got to understand why it's there, and you got to feel that emotion in order to release it, and then put in the new positive affirmations. I done it, and a lot of people that I work with do this, and it's confusing because they're not understanding why they're moving along. There's times when they're really feeling positive, and they are have a lot of really great qualities, but they're not understanding the journey or the path or their emotions, because they kind of never felt these emotions. They just kind of bypass through them to kind of just move along your path faster. Probably not even intentionally, probably even not even knowing. I did not know this, and I was doing it myself. And I don't know, it just prolongs you, because you're going to have to go back and feel those feelings to understand them. And some people have spiritual bypassing, and they wear a nice mask, and all their feelings and emotions are very much repressed. and they're avoiding them and do not want to look at them. So they just create like this nice personality, and you know, come off as a very nice spiritual person here to help, and they're pretty much confused and lost along their own path because maybe they don't want to do the work, or maybe they're unaware of that there is work to be done. So that's the best I can explain for me as far as what spiritual bypassing is, that hopefully can be very helpful for you guys. So watch out for spiritual bypassing. It is important to feel the emotion. It is important to understand the emotion and release it as you add in new positivity. And that's just from my own experience. If anything, if it helped you, otherwise I would like to know about it in the comment section down below. But this is what I've experienced, and many people that I coach have experienced as well. Number 2, spiritual sneaky trap that sabotages your spiritual growth you want to know about is looking down on others who aren't as conscious as you are. You want to watch out for this in many ways because nobody is really beneath us. There are levels to this shit. We are all on different levels, but at the end of the day, we've been where people are. So I don't know. I just feel like you can feel that it's wrong for you to do this. And you might not even understand why you're doing this. And you might even notice a lot of people doing it online. And you might notice yourself being drawn into it because wherever you are in that moment, it makes you feel good. It boosts up your ego, knowing or not knowing. And a lot of this is what goes on online, is where they're boosting up your ego. You want to watch out for spiritual egos. They're very dangerous, especially if you get into it yourself and not aware that you are into a spiritual ego. Yeah, a lot of people in a spiritual ego out there. Okay, so what happens is we're not here to look down on other people. And I was doing it too, like, oh my God, why they not woke? Why they eating meat? Why they doing this? Why they doing this? Why they doing this? Judging them. And I did not know how to stop judging because all I had to do was get rid of looking down on people and thinking that people were beneath me, and it helped me to also stop judging. Okay, and so don't be mad or hard on yourself if you are in these spiritual traps. Hey, you just learned and you got confirmation today, and now you can move out of them, because really it's just something that many people get themselves into, because I say spirituality is very new to us, and our ego always wants to, hey, get up in the show some way. You feel me? You gotta learn to take a back seat ride. You feel me? So yeah, you'll notice a lot of this. So nobody's ever beneath you. You may be more conscious. You may have woke up or had an awakening before others, and that's okay. We're all on different levels. Nobody's better than anyone. So anytime you notice this type of way of people presenting it, you'll know it's something to do with them being in their spiritual ego. We're not going to judge them. Just know and feel what you actually are feeling from this person. So maybe you may not want to put any attention or watch or focus into this person, because maybe you picked up some of this energy from them if you had been watching them, or maybe it's feeding more of your ego and it's confusing you more. Just a message I want to give out there. So at the end of the day, we are not better than anyone. And I want to say this, like one time or a few times, someone's commented before, because I said we're not better than others. We're all the same. People are like, well, chosen ones are better than other people because we know better. No, we do not know better as chosen ones. We come here and we learn just like everyone else. We are not better than anyone else. I believe that everyone on this planet with a soul is a chosen one once they find out who they are. I mean, everybody has their own beliefs about it. There are certain people here who can hold more light in their body, and they're here to lead the way because they're ahead of their time and stuff like that. But I think people get it all confused, and only certain people can be chosen and all that. It's all mixed in, that's why I don't even do well with labels at all. And I've even gotten caught up in these types of things. So at the end of the day, nobody's better than anybody, and just kind of watch out for the spiritual ego. Don't even feed that ego. Just think of the regular ego, edging God out, edging goodness out. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what it is with a spiritual ego, but they just kind of come off like, you come off like you're more woke, nobody isn't, so you're better than them, you're above them, they're beneath you type stuff. So watch out for that. Number 3 is forcefully trying to awaken your loved ones and others. This can be a big challenge because you may feel like what you are learning, what you are discovering, what is happening within you, that everyone knows. How doesn't everyone know about this? Why isn't anyone else experiencing this? Especially with your people, your loved ones, and people that are around you. And maybe if you, even coworkers or friends or family, whoever this resonates with you with, it's like you feel like everybody know about this, and you feel like you want to tell people, like you really want to help people, and sometimes you forcefully feel like they're going to be left behind. I got to help them. I got to hurry up and wake them up. And I bet you right now, many of you who tried that realize that does not work at all. And it is a trap because people will awaken on their own time. I feel like whenever their soul is ready to throw what it looks like a black, say you got like a black trench coat on, right? And it's like whenever you start having an awakening, the first thing I notice is like, it's like the black trench coat is thrown off and you start to see the world differently. And you're confused, and it starts in a not so pleasant place. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it begins. So we got to understand that each and every one will awaken on their own time, even if they even came here to awaken or if they ever will. But that everybody, we're not here to forcefully try to awaken people. And I think that many of us have fell into this trap. Another trap is wanting to help others and guide them and give them information, but it wasn't even asked for. And this is a very easy trap to fall into that will really just basically offends you and hurts you because you really be coming from a place of pure intentions, wanting to really help people and give your opinion on things that people won't even ask for. Maybe they're not ready to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always the right place and the right time and knowing how to speak, which is what we are all learning how to do. And I did this as well. I always wanted to help, and then I went from that part in that trap to moving out of that trap to like being like, hey, I want to give my opinion on this, when I felt it was right, but a lot of times when we first start gaining a lot of information or learning a lot of new things, we want to go out there and just, give it to everybody that we're having a conversation with or whatever. And these people, they may not be ready for that, and you can feel it. Always trust what you feel, because you can feel it. You probably think, man, I shouldn't even said nothing. I should have really just kept that to myself. Like, they don't even know. They don't know what I'm talking about, man. They are where they are right now. A lot of times if you know where they are, then you know that, what to say and what not to say. It's not that this has nothing to do with you not being yourself. It's just you learning when to speak and not to speak, and when to say certain things and when not to say everything. So respect what people are type stuff. And I feel like that it's all because of the big heart that you have, and you really want to help people, and you see people struggling with certain things, and you're like, hey, you can do this, and this. Hey, you can do this, and you're just giving off all your energy, really wanting to help them. And if they don't understand or they don't take that, you're going to feel offended by it. You're going to feel like, man, you might even start to judge them like, they want to take this. I got everything they need. They should listen to me and all these things. So you want to watch out for that trap, my friends. I fell into all these traps that I'm mentioning to you right here today, And another one I want to say is that thinking that you can change society by doing things outside of you, and forgetting that true change happens internal. It happens within you. So in order to make changes in the world, by changes meaning raising the collective consciousness and being a part of changing the world, you must change yourself first. You must go within and do the inner work. And by you doing the work, you'll even notice when you start to do the work, the people who are left around you, because many people leave and disappear, it's all part of the process. So the people who are left around you, I noticed they begin to change at their own time. And just because you started to change, that's real talk. And it's so powerful, and sometimes it seems emotional for me to watch, because I am so proud of the people that are around me, and I don't take all this credit, hey, it's because of me, that it's because of, it's just I'm just so grateful for it, because the fact that I chose to go within and start to work on myself and change my life, the people around me decide to do so as well. When I just let go and let them figure things out, and if they need advice or guidance or support toward things, when I was guided, even with my kids, when I'm guided from within to speak to them and guide them, then I'll do it. I just don't say things all the time, It's something that we learn, going back to what I was mentioning at first, when you want to help and giving the certain opinions and guidance, you got to know how and when, and you got to feel that, and I even do this and learn this with my kids. I just ask the Most High God, the universe, please help me guide these kids, because we're not raising animals. You know how to say raise your kids. We're not here to raise kids. I feel that at the end of the day, we're here to guide them, and it starts by us changing ourselves, So all the change that you wish to see in the world starts by you going within and doing the work and changing your inner world. So watch out for the trap of thinking you can go out there and do all these things to make these changes when it starts within. That's another trap. Another thing is relying on other people for answers. This right here, really, it messed me up a bit, because I used to always be one of those people who would, I guess, lack of trust within myself. So I might even knew something already. How many of you do this? You already know what the answer is or know what it is already, but then you still go ask people for their opinion as well. Well, there became a time when I could not rely on other people for answers because they had no idea, or did they have any of the answers that I was actually seeking for, which was a very, very powerful thing, even though it was very uncomfortable for me. It was a very powerful thing because it taught me to actually go within and find answers for myself. Another thing is like you can be searching for answers and looking everywhere. Say you watch a whole bunch of different YouTube videos or watch a lot of different people. You can be taking in all this information from all these different people beliefs and what they say and this, that, and the other. And it can totally confuse you. And then you'll be spending time tearing apart what's you and what was them. What's really you and what was in because of all this that you might have created as well. So at the end of the day, you have all the answers within yourself. You can no longer just rely on other people to have the answers. And yes, there are people who've been where you are and can guide and help you and support you. And you just got to find those right people. Okay. There are coaches, mentors, healers out there, even a coach like myself who can definitely guide you and help you along your path, or whatever. But like I don't know, like relying on other people to have all the answers to your problems or issues, like how we grew up thinking that, oh, Jim got the answer, oh, Sue got the answer, type of stuff. I can go ask them, I can call mama, help me with this, like it's a trap, man, real talk, because as you know right now today, how many people can you call right now to get answers on things that you're experiencing right now? Or what's even challenging you got to learn how to even express what you're experiencing, because you don't even know what you be feeling sometimes. You have to learn that. That's why it's important to feel those emotions and understand them. So that's another thing. You don't want to rely on other people for all the answers, because you have everything you need inside of you. And that's real talk. You could go out there, research, get knowledge, whatever, but always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay. And another thing you want to watch out for is adopting a savior complex. Like I thought that, I could save everybody. I'm woke. I'm gonna save everybody. I was wanting to save everybody. And I was getting so frustrated and drained because people were still doing their same things, living their same life. And I was getting aggravated by it, getting frustrated by it. Like, why nobody else is seeing this? Why am I the only one going through this? Like, I want to save these people. Why aren't they listening? And also you got to watch out for the type of savior complex that comes from that Jesus is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. And you're going to see more of this type of stuff in 2026 where people really are believing that someone's coming to save them. No one is coming to save you. You have everything within yourself to save yourself. It's not even save you, but to lead yourself the way. At the end of the day, it's not even about saving at all, but I don't know why we get this feeling of like, we need to save everybody, or we need to save ourselves, when we just got to go in and do the work and live our life to the fullest. Real talk, and enjoy life. It really is simple than what we actually think. We make it complex. I know I did, so you're not here to save anyone else. And if people feel that Jesus is coming to save them, respect where they are, that's them. But if you're watching my videos, you see, that's why I created a channel, because I'm able to speak how I want to speak. And still, following some of those guidelines, on what I mentioned. But this is my channel. I can give off my what I'm experiencing in life, what I've went through, wisdom and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. That's why you create your own way for wanting to express out to others, so you don't have to get caught up in trying to help everybody else that you meet up with or in contact with, just because you feel like you got that big heart and you really just want to help them, and you just want hey, you should do this, don't do that. Hey, if you do this, then don't do that, type stuff. And you don't even notice what you sound like after a while. Like, why? It almost sounds like preaching a bit. Why am I always saying this? I should have just being quiet. I don't even know why I said something. I should have just been quiet, but that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself and just practice it so that you don't do it next time. And these are some spiritual traps that you want to watch out for, that you can easily fall into, that will sabotage your spiritual growth. I hope this video was helpful for you. And if you found messages here and you like this video, hit that like button, baby, so we can get this video out to more lovely souls like yourself who are looking for this message, because they try to hide stuff though. Yeah. Share this video with anyone you want to share this video with. Thank you all for sharing your valuable time here with me today. And if you finding yourself watching my videos, baby, consider tapping into the full awareness, love, and light by hitting that subscribe button and that bell so you get all my newest videos that I drop. Thank you, baby. Real talk. I appreciate each and every one of you who are here. And I'm so grateful for such a lovely community of you lovely souls. And I love to share my experiences with you guys, because wherever I felt that I could have used some guidance and support on my journey, I love to be there and guide and support others, because I know this journey can be, I'm seeing like a ball of yarn all tangled up. It can be all tangled up and twisted, and we don't understand why we do this or why we do that, or how do we get here, how do we get there. We can't call up people we used to call up to get answers from. Like, we see people doing all types of stuff, living a normal life, but our lives change, and it's just actually, it's a beautiful journey once we gain a lot of understanding on what is really going on. Because it brings about a lot of confusion. So really watch out for these traps, you lovely souls. I love you guys. Keep taking care of yourself, baby, and come back to see me though, because Miss Kelly Travel Spiritual is checking out. Peace, love, and light. And I hope this video was very helpful to you. Feel free to drop down any comments down below of positivity, love, and light, yeah, of any type of experiences you would like to add on, or any traps you fell into that you would like to add on that would help people who watch this video see down below in the comment section. Only if you feel like you want to. I love you guys. Come back to see me. Peace.